test you take today, there's gonna be no freebies.
No freebies?
No, no freebies. When we score it, that's the score.
Oh, this one?
Not yet. I'm not gonna
No.
give you 5 free or 10 free mistakes.
What are you doing now?
Yeah,
Oh,
or less. But you guys are grown-ups now.
debatable.
My decision.
Okay.
You miss being out there, Mike?
One bit. One bit.
Did I miss you?
Not one bit. Feels mutual.
Tough dude, man, tough dude.
Times have changed.
Got out at the right time, huh?
Times have changed. I got an article for the class.
I'm excited. Want me to zero?
I don't know, you might want to keep it. I hadn't heard this before.
Oh, I didn't know there's still publishing
I
Playboy.
guess it's new. Hackers holding data hostage for cash in ransomware claims.
I can get in on that, I can get a cut.
I didn't see anything about ransomware in the book. fairly new. brand
Yeah, we
new.
need a class report on it, it's pretty new.
I've been here in Japan all over the place.
Oh, yeah, no,
That's
this,
not new?
that's not new. What they do, especially they go to the adult dating site, where people, it's a site for cheating on your spouse. That's what it's supposed to be for. And highly, highly confidential. So spouses that wanna cheat, they meet other spouses that wanna cheat.
They blackmail them.
And then the hacker got in and got all their names, and he sent each one of them a message, give me $1,000 or I'm going public.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, they go to court, you know?
That's
Yeah.
mean.
This one was more
That's mean.
where they were into people's personal computer or businesses
Right,
and
well,
You
locking
wanna
that
cheat
data
on your wife, you should be
that they
able to
can't
do it.
get, access to.
Well,
It's a free
if he wants to hack you, he should have a right to do that too. Yes, Mike, so anyway, they sent one guy, they sent him all demand for $1,000, which isn't much considering circumstances, but it was not gonna stop with one, I don't think. But what they have, 500,000 names and $1,000 each. It'll keep you in hot dogs. But one guy decided just to confess to his wife. He wasn't gonna do it. So she walked
Well, the
out.
article recommends that you don't pay.
That you don't confess to your wife either. Yeah, ransomware is going on, it's alive and well.
Do you recommend anything about cheating on your wife?
No, it was businesses.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pertinent,
Anyway, I
pertinent
will,
information, they would block you out of it. They could go into your computer and lock you out of the computer or browser.
Yes, yes, right, they're doing that too.
Yeah, that's what that.
And,
article's about.
to businesses, and
Yeah.
businesses just say they pay it, man, they're not
Yeah.
gonna mess with it. They're just gonna pay it, they can't afford not to.
Yeah.
They don't have any qualms, it's just a cost of doing business.
well, there's about to be many, right?
But they are happy to make it.
Every time you say that, I think about hackers. Not legitimate side.
It's American spirit, man.
Yep.
And enough of them do it, then it'll be declared legal. Democracy, commercial. Yeah, so, I'm definitely gonna Xerox this and give you credit for it. So November 19th, 2012. Well, you kept this a while, huh? Well, guess what? The New York Times said the Trump campaign contacted Russian officials.
Hey, what'd you get for 18 on page 5?
True.
True,
Yeah.
right?
That's true, yeah. That was easy.
I thought it was. I was just like really second guessing myself because I read it different book, but
So 2 minutes and we'll commence to begin. Ransom. Shades of Robin Hood. Welcome back, Jeff.
Thank you, sir.
It's a test day. But Wednesday is not a test day. People say Wednesday is the test day. Got any marks on it? Hey, that must be getting scared, no? Sit down, we haven't started yet.
Oh, I saw a test.
I'm gonna give you the same messy one back, man. You got all crinkled up and unusable for anybody else. Well, you could just not put it in your Jack my pocket or something.
Sat on it all week.
No, you slept on it, I hope so. Okay, 30 seconds. Okay, we're on. I don't see any sense in not commencing to begin. So you can take up to 5 minutes self-study time if you want, and just bring up your other test and exchange it for a new one, whenever you're ready. In that case, here's your new one, sir. Yeah. What the ounces in invisible ink is now starting to come
Well,
up.
this is my original purpose.
Only his glasses can see him. Put on the just tracing now.
Like Google high tech.
Like Google glasses.
So at your discretion? Go, Jeff, go. Go. You think he's hyper now? You should have seen him 2 years ago, man. We couldn't keep him in the room, he's so energetic. Ooh, ooh.
No, son, I'm going to
Step
need
out,
it. Nah,
step out.
Nah, I don't need it, 'cause I need every bit of it.
Target,
Yeah,
target.
so like you said, I don't need it.
Yeah,
Everybody
once I
hurt.
thought about it, I was like,
Everybody
that sounds real
hurt.
bad.
Everybody hurt. My goodness gracious. I made up a special test for you. Yes, sir. Enjoy. Well, you've been paying your dues, Michael.
I'm ready to. Make sure.
Well, you've been paying your dues all right. Let's did all this. Nice work, guys. That was a nice penmanship. Quickly, 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 quickly. very generous, I gave you 10 free questions. So I'll balance that tonight, there's no free questions. This is where you're at. You don't want to vote for your wrong ones, no,
Alright.
keep this, sir.
Okay.
So you can read ahead, chapter 15. That's a sample. Feel free to take a break before that.
Yes, sir.
Look it over. Challenge. Challenge. You got 10 freebies. Come on, give me a break.
Hey, really?
No break, kid.
Nope.
Thank you, sir. Great so far. And let's do a look over.
missed a head wash too.
Yeah, okay, well, look, I gave you 10.
Okay, you can only give me 2, I got you. I'll try to
I
limit
gave, I
it to
gave
2
you
points.
10 free ones. Okay,
That's
no,
all.
no, that's one of the 10
That's
I
true.
gave you.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I have to find and sit
That's
through all
why I
the 10
gave you
free
10,
ones?
man, I don't wanna have these conversations.
Alright, so that one's good. Next, basically it's part 11, huh?
Up down in my place.
It's 20. I'll call that a 2, because I know that one right.
Good luck to you.
Because
It's a game, it's a game. Scared the teacher.
You might be fine.
Thank you. So chapter 15 for tonight, or take a break? Come on, Jeff, you just got some wrong, man.
That's
It's
not
simple,
acceptable.
it's uncomplicated.
That's not how it works.
So we'll go to 5:25, and we'll, anyone not finished can continue at 7:20. No problem.
Alright, I'll let this one slide.
Thanks, Guy. That was like.
Remember next time. It's not gonna happen again.
I don't know if I can prepare another one now, or I'll spray it. It's okay, my friends will be. Did a great job.
Wow, did I?
test two, and your grades to date. Got a 4-minute break if you want. I was very generous. Jeff doesn't agree, but I was very generous on those wrong answers.
Which test was that?
Test two, the one you just got.
I think I got what I deserved.
Would you say it a little louder, Mike?
I think I got what I deserved.
Good. Good. Interesting point of view, isn't it?
Did everybody make an A?
It's on the board. It's on the board.
Oh, he's on.
Oh, look at that.
Hey, where you go?
Oh, look at all those hundreds.
There it is. So test two, we had some very high achievers. And then we had a few people spread it out to keep the class human. But we definitely had some high achievers, like 4 100s.
There's 4 100s?
Count them.
I can't.
Yeah.
That's the most difficult thing you've asked me to do in this class.
I haven't started yet.
It looks like 7 maybe.
Now, the reason that there's 4 100s is because I gave you 10 free questions. And that was a bit too generous.
Did you do that on test one?
No, I gave you 4 or 5,
Oh,
which is more reasonable. So I gotta balance out this test, so there's no free questions on today's test.
I think balance would be like 20.
Hmm?
Huh?
yeah, I don't feel like I did very well in this test.
I
Me
feel better than my first one. but
I already have a
not as
question on
good
the
as
second
my
one.
last
Did I
one.
grade this one wrong already? I haven't
No,
graded
but
it,
there's
but
a
I
question.
graded it.
I already got. Which one do you want? I'm already.
You're right, you get the point.
You're right, I give up. It's the curve is one question.
Okay, now everybody's got their little scoreboards, right?
One says D'Amico Wilson.
So here's your Mangle
What?
projects. Here's your Mangle projects.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too.
That's what
Well,
Probably
we,
fine.
in some questions are a matter of style.
Oh.
Oh,
This
you,
is an empty table.
you didn't tell us
How
anything about
clear could
style
that
points.
be?
Second table to me.
It's empty. There's nothing on it.
That's exactly right.
I should get bonus.
Semi-table's oversimplified.
Yeah.
Sir,
I said nothing.
You said empty. Yeah.
style, sir, style. What's the point on style?
On
Could have had a better
style?
style to it.
Yeah, I did.
What'd you make, Jordan? Jordan.
99.
I refuse to give anyone 100.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
that's
that's
what it
why.
was.
Psychological. So, if you got a
No,
99, you weren't gonna get any higher, no matter. It just wasn't there. Because there's no such thing as perfection on a Mangled project.
Or anything.
Now, what I'd like you to do, if you will, is donate your Mangled project to the next class in this chair. This is the Mangled collection chair.
I don't know, I wanna read it one more
Yeah, you can read it
Hey,
and donate it when you feel. Next class, or anytime.
Read my rates.
time. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
Show it to your parents.
You're right.
Oh,
Oh, man.
it's not
My
handwritten,
brain's
sweetheart.
working real well today. That's cool, I made 100 on my last
No, I gave you 100.
one. Alright, how many questions did you
Joe.
have? 6?
Yeah.
We had one person miss 9 plus, just the edge of 100. Okay, so now if you look at these grades that are on the board, you notice that everyone did really well on the Mangled project. Thank you, sir. You guys can mangle things like no one else. But unfortunately, you refused to mangle the Access project, and everybody did really well there too. And we actually did find one that I really spent a day or two on it, but I did give 100 on one. And test 1, you know your scores on test 1 already. People that didn't get the message yet. Test 2, people got the message. And so that's where the class
I didn't
is
know.
right now, right? So that's what we're looking at. Tonight's assignment is chapter 15. Please prepare 10 questions.
Chapter 15 for the night?
Oh,
For
Tonight's
tonight's
assignment.
assignment.
Oh, okay. Forgive me there.
I should have said assignment.
For Wednesday. Yeah.
Tonight's
Next
assignment, yeah.
Alright,
He's doing that on purpose.
yeah.
You wanna see me do it on purpose? Okay.
Just want 10 regular questions this time?
But,
Just 10, what'd you call them, naked questions?
I should have said 10 questions.
And
Oh, I see what you're
next
saying.
question.
Okay, no, let's have, just like last time, at least five multiple choice,
So 10 weird questions.
and at least five multiple choice and at least 3 ordinary questions. And you can have 2 true false if you want, or none. Is that okay, Jordan?
Perfect.
Is that clear? I mean,
Yes, sir.
well, all right, let's hope for the best on that.
Alright.
And then, when we come in on, Wednesday, we'll go over that, and I will assign the last chapter in the book. We got the tissues here, I know it's a heart-wrenching moment. We're finished with the book, all 16 chapters, we'll assign chapter 16 for, due next Monday. And when we come in on Wednesday, I will pass out the blank test 4s for you. And you say, what chapters they deal with? Well, you can tell me what chapters, four chapters they're gonna deal with. You want me to tell you?
Sure.
What's today's chapter?
15, 16,
12.
17.
Right, 12?
15, 16,
And we already did 14 before, right? So 12, 14, 15, and 16 for the last test, which we will take the last day of the course on Wednesday. So I'm gonna give it to you 7 days to do nothing with.
In my pocket, and your one.
Each their own. And then we're starting to plan our exit strategy right now. So I'd like to request that everybody go to your Leo website and fill out the evaluation.
Right now?
No.
Oh, I was just
Very
wondering.
careful. Very careful,
I mean.
okay. I would prefer sometime after 7:20 tonight.
Oh,
Right now,
okay.
Now, the reason I give you this warning is the last day of class, they blocked you. You say,
Oh.
I'll do it vacation, you can't. They blocked you, the last day of class.
That's rude.
So there, there's 4 or 5 first multiple choice questions. You grade them 1 through 5, like teacher's a sharp dresser, and other kinds of questions. And then there's blank questions. You can get it off your chest, say what you want, good or bad. Okay? Now, I'd like to point out that you did not have an average class. You did not have a typical class. As Gene Baker very clearly said the first day, what some teachers do is they devote 8 weeks to Microsoft Office. So we decided to go another route, and we've done things that are not ordinarily done in this course. First, you don't typically manual a project, as much fun as it was. You also do not typically do a full access database, and you certainly don't learn about basic programming. You also don't learn other powers numbering system, and you don't learn the arithmetic of public key encryption and stuff like that, plus whatever else we do in the next week. So you guys have had a high level IFSM 201 course.
Yes, we have.
You feel it too, don't you? Yeah, right. You'll thank me later. Well, back to business. Okay, now for tonight, we want to start getting these basic projects in and checked out. So I didn't really delineate the checkout procedure, so we may not actually be able to do it tonight because I didn't delineate the checked out procedure. But the basic requirement is that you bring your code up to this computer, play it on this computer, and the class looks at your output. The class doesn't get to see your code. So somehow you arrange for that to happen by covering up the code quickly with the output box as soon as you click on run. Because I just want to surprise you, some students copy code. And they see it, they'll copy your code. Shocking. I've seen it
Very
happen.
Hold your picture.
People you probably know. And then they bring in their we do want you to go through that birth experience of writing your own code, the agonisy and the ecstasy. So what we want you to do is to play your code, and the output screen will come up, and the audience who are posing as the executive that gave you the assignment will be pleased or displeased with the output. Doesn't matter how you do it, that's programmer's business, that's your own business. But it does matter to me. So I want you to slip me a piece of paper with your code on it. Thank you. Now, some of you have pondered this problem of how you're going to get your file to play on this. I think one solution might be you save it in here, and then you save it on your computer. You notice there's a .bas extension?
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting close to what I need to ask.
Yeah, I should've told you last week. You didn't ask last week.
Yeah, I know.
It's not my
It was
fault.
on Saturday.
Jeff, why didn't you
I didn't
remind me
make
to
it.
ask?
I didn't know it was a problem, it seemed like a simple solution.
Why do
Get
you
right
know
in
the
with
problem?
access.
What do you do? Just sit there? Okay, now, okay, so now this .bas file, you can just copy, bring it in and play it. That's one way, but the standard way to transfer basic files is to just highlight your code on BASIC when you're working with it, highlight the whole thing, Control-C, copy it, and paste it into a simple text editor like Notepad.
So there's no way to save it.
Yeah, you can
Not,
save
you
it
can't,
in
so
your
you
cloud.
save it, it's gonna be a BAS file.
That's what I'm saying, so there's no way. But I tried that, so I don't have anything. Luckily, I did copy my
You
first
can
one.
type it in.
Yeah, but, so there's no way to save it.
If you
Like
save it,
this,
it's going to save it in that directory as a .bas file, and you can open it again.
It's all right there, you copy and paste it into the.
What I'm saying,
I'll show
This
you,
is a separate.
I'll
I was
illustrate it.
able to save it.
Yeah, I'll illustrate it. You can save it, there is a way to save it, but it's complicated because it saves as only a .bas file, which you're just going to have to import into this BASIC. But the text file, the Notepad file is totally portable. You can take it anywhere you want. So that's a recommended way to do it. So you highlight your code, you copy it, and you paste it into Notepad. Then you save that, and that's the one you bring, and then when you're here, you reverse the process. You highlight it in Notepad, and you copy it, and you paste it into a blank BAS page. Now, your choice of either way of doing that, and also the Notepad one is easy for you to print out the code and give me that piece of paper. I don't know if you can print out the code from within the BASIC IDE or not. If you can't, you just highlight it, copy it, and put it in Notepad. Do not use a high-powered word processor like MS Word or some other. Why not?
We'll rearrange it.
It'll rearrange it, it'll give all sorts of formatting characters like paragraph indentation and all kinds of things that BASIC just doesn't understand. So you need a no frills, no extras, basic text editor like Notepad to do that thing. So that's how you transport your code. So what I'd like to do is to show and tell time. We'll have people show their recipe programs up here, and then give me a piece of paper either today or next class with your code and name on it. And now on this one, I'm not nitpicky that you could use good programming practice. Like you name your variables by self-descriptive names, like judges' scores instead of X, or cups of flour instead of Y. So you can get away with that in this program because this is, training wheels. But when you get to next week's program on the figure skating, we want that to be in good programming formatting. If you have a complicated line of code, we want you to put an explanatory comment near it. We want you to introduce it with some remarks about what the program's all about, who you are, and the date that you coded it. And so it'll be ready for your inheritor, the person who comes after you. Speaking of the person who comes after you, computer programming is a very cutthroat business because they're usually short of them, they're usually in demand. So where there's a buck to be made, there'll be somebody to make it. So agents have sprung up, they're called headhunters. And all they do is keep calling companies around and around, do you need a programmer, do you need a programmer? And somebody says yes, then they look at the list of available programmers, put them in, and they get a commission from the company of equal to the first month's salary. They hunt programming said. So I was contacted by such a headhunter. He asked me if I wanted to be on his list, so I said sure. So about a week later, my phone rang. He says, I have you an interview. So I went, got the interview, got the job, came back, told him, yeah, I was hired. And I started to work. He got his first month's salary commission. 3 days later, I'm working away, my phone rings. It's the headhunters. He says, how'd you like to switch companies?
Did you?
I was outraged, but that's who these guys are. I mean, that's who these guys are.
Get you hired a bunch of times.
Yeah, and no ethics at all, no ethics, no ethics at
So you
all.
don't even have to like look for a job, jobs look for you.
Yeah, they look for you, but what happens to a company that paid a month's salary to get your services? And then this guy pulls them out from under the company. I mean,
Do
that's
you have to
what.
sign a contract?
I don't think there was a handshake understanding. We didn't expect that kind of foul play, but this is what headhunters do. And it was that kind of, probably still is, that kind of a market. Now, after we get this show and tell time up, then I'm going to ask people for status reports on their figure skating, which is due sometime next week. And hopefully we want it to be due Monday, so if you need a second appearance, you can bring it back on Wednesday. All right? So you get your first response on Monday, so we want that one to be due on Monday. Now, there are various ways to do it. Some are very inelegant, very straightforward. Get the job done, 5 pages of code. Huh? More than fun? Okay. Now, the thing can be done in 10 lines of code. Challenge, right? 10. Count.
Oh, yeah, if you loop.
Is that minimum?
You're required to loop, it's in the instructions. What did you do? Oh, don't tell me what you did.
I did it manually.
Yeah, well, read the instructions,
I
that's a
know, I
novel
did,
thing.
I-
That's a novel
I
thing.
don't know if I can.
Yeah, okay, so rewrite time. Okay. The instructions say you must use a for loop and you must use a numeric array matrix, so that you learn how to use these things. Now, for the those amongst you whom this is just not enough, the taste is so great you want the full meal, we have an optional guide to how to do more advanced basic programming. Now, this is not required for this course. This is for the people who really like it and just wants to do more. So this tells you how to do all kinds of stuff. I just saved the copy, Mike, not the other
No,
one.
I see, you can have my copy.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
nice.
for real?
Yeah, not live.
I found this on the internet the other day
Wow.
and was reading it.
I looked up basic and everything is either
Really?
visual basic
Yeah,
or
it just
C++,
happened to come
like,
across it and I downloaded it and read it.
just basic.
It's not bad, it's actually not bad, but primarily because it has 6 or 7 programming examples, which is the way they should have. Should be just a lot of verbiage.
And a whole line of
There's
commands.
all the instructions in the back.
Yep.
Now, this is not the complete basic command set, this is just basic.
I think this is what I Googled actually, was just basic commands, and then it had this, because I was trying to look for, you did the prompt box, and I was trying to do it, but it wouldn't let me, and I got mad, so I just stopped.
I would have passed this out last class, but I didn't get it stapled in time, so
I didn't understand what it was.
I'm glad I didn't.
It's like, let's take that out.
The camera's picking you up, I'll do it.
That's okay.
What grade do I get if I don't do it?
Exactly.
Calculate the zero.
Okay, now it's time for next step, which is to take a look at these recipes. And there's a good small amount of freedom in this, a small amount of freedom in this. And then after we do all of that, of course, we're going to have the highlight of the evening. We're going to go over chapter 12.
That sounds
Yay.
fantastic.
Wait.
I've been waiting.
I could do that part.
Nice.
Put the time on there.
basic, is this a short? Where is
What's
it?
this?
Looky there.
Okay, so now we got a blank file up here, and, oh, who's first?
Alright, you don't wanna see
Thanks,
that.
Jordan.
Yeah.
You just let them drag over here.
I'm gonna go second last.
I have to download.
Well, yeah, you want to download yours, and, we'll try to spot your 5 minutes, go on the lab and do that, convert it into.
Oh, no, I need to just.
You should just type it in, right?
Well, that's
Well,
more
can't
time
we just send
consuming.
ourselves
Wanna
the
copy and
thing
paste
and then
it?
copy and paste it from whatever we
No, I'm just gonna put it on this.
like,
Or did you copy and
makes
paste?
sense.
Yeah.
Okay, now we hope next time will be a little more streamlined. This is my fault now, because I didn't give you prep instructions. Thanks, yeah. This is my fault now, but next time it's not my fault.
Oh.
Oh, looks good.
Can we turn this off?
Turn what off?
You can just do it.
What is that?
I got my
want
phone
everybody
ready.
to see it.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, you cover it up quickly, man. Get that, what are you doing?
Jesus.
Mine looks.
Get the camera
nothing like
down.
that.
Mike got the picture already.
Well,
You
you
gotta
make
be
us look bad,
faster.
bud.
Okay,
Thanks.
now run it, that's it.
Just kidding.
I heard it click. I heard it click. Who got it? Okay. Hello, please input your recipe to feed one person. That's a degree of freedom because the spec said that you just then asked how many people does this recipe feed? Because generally it's hard to get a recipe that just feeds one person. True? So
Well,
it's a
it
bit
is- I thought it
artificial.
was half if it's ridiculous.
Please enter to continue. How many eggs do you need? 7.
27.
Sierra, how many eggs?
27 eggs. Only, that is,
How many cups of
flour, like, flowers, like.
Oh, yeah, I totally spelled it wrong. How many cups of flowers do you need?
Yeah, it should be just cup.
Okay, this I'm taking.
4.
Should be.
Or should it be couple
4
of flowers?
flowers.
Yeah,
Hey, Jordan, you spelled sugar right?
yeah, I sure did.
Okay.
36.
Sugar.
36?
36.
Damn,
Yeah.
some could go in a pot.
Alright, so there's your recipe for one person.
Oh, echo. It's always good to echo.
80.
See how he echoed that?
What are we continuing to?
No, just a second now.
Oh,
You see,
okay, I
you see what
see.
he did? Why, do you understand what an echo is?
Yep, just
You feed back to the person what they entered,
verify.
and then in case they didn't enter what they wanted to enter. And they can say, no, I don't want to continue. How many people would you like to feed?
54.
2.5.
54?
Yeah, 54, nice round number.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Oh, it works. You're way better.
That's a lot of-
Now,
Eggs.
notice what he can do here.
That's a lot of
He's ready
flowers.
to loop.
It's a
He's
lot of
gone into a
flowers.
type of loop that you haven't learned yet, a while loop
Oh,
or a do until loop. And now he's going to play the game again if you want to.
Overachiever.
No, I don't want to.
Yes, we wanted you to do another
Okay,
recipe.
I guess
I
not.
got my word. But press enter to continue, why? Never mind.
It's just so it stops, so it doesn't bring up all the.
Oh, okay. Okay, solve the problem. Most times you have to solve problems in unorthodox ways, it's understandable. How many eggs do you need? Sierra, you're doing great. How many eggs?
Oh, man, I'm gonna say 13. 13.
Baker's dozen.
Uh,
How many
flowers,
cup
you
of
need
flowers?
at
Baker's
least
dozen? At least a
a
dozen.
baker's dozen of flowers.
Okay.
13, keep going. This
Yeah,
is-
13,
Alright,
that's
yeah,
nice.
13. Okay,
13, man.
13 people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
169 across the board.
That's amazing.
Pretty
It's
awesome.
probably not gonna taste very good.
Yeah.
Okay, now this
It's
guy
very
has solved the
flowery.
problem. He under-programmed a little bit because he's
'Cause I
not
don't-
allowing you to input the number of people the original recipes feeds. So his scaling is a bit simplistic, but it's acceptable as his entry-level program.
Because I don't understand programming.
You clearly do.
It's
Yeah, you
not a
wanna learn, bud.
arithmetic that's causing.
Ready for
I'm
the- ready for the
thinking
big
behind
bucks.
it.
You got
Because
it.
when
I
you
don't
say a
understand
recipe,
the question.
I think, okay, I need a recipe for one person and then times that by the people.
Well, that's,
Right, that's
that-
what I
that's
did.
my
That's what I
bad,
tried
that's my
doing,
bad
it
because I
didn't
didn't print
work.
up the specs. I mean, the serious student would have copied them down from the board. But, just to cover all cases,
What about the rest of us?
I should have printed them up like I
Gotta
did
save
for the
mine.
previous case. So I'm accepting a lot on this one. I will accept this one.
Oh,
Any questions? Anybody wanna know how he did anything?
Can you show me your code real quick?
yeah, it's just real quick.
Alice.
He did it real quick already.
Don't worry.
Wait, I didn't have my phone
That
out.
thing was too much anyways.
Get out of there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know why you
You
wanna
erase
do
that
that.
stuff, man.
That's
The camera's
crazy.
Wait,
moving.
stop scrolling, I can't see. I'm not.
But you can see it,
that
right?
fast.
Hey,
I
come
like
on, guys,
guidelines,
don't
just
play the
make it
game.
guidelines.
Close it down. Come on.
What is cute?
Okay, second, Mike Stanley. Mike's coming up.
No, there you go.
Oh,
Yeah, but so, I don't have, I didn't get that notepad thing, so I'm just have to type it in. We got time for that?
Are you joking?
You don't?
No,
Do you have it